Hey guys, what's up? First, before we start this video, I just want to say thank you for the tremendous amount of support I've gotten in this past month ever since Street Fighter 6 has launched. I went from 600 subs, around there roughly, to now almost close to 1500 subs. I was trying to break 1k subs before the end of the month, and I just exceeded that, like way exceeded that, and I'm very happy and grateful for all the support I've been getting. And again, I won't stop, saying this, but I do want to try to make something of YouTube, and with comments like, "This guide is very good, and it taught me a lot of stuff," and these are some of the best guides I've seen. Literally, this is a comment I've just read and that I got. These are some of the best guides that I've seen within just watching a few minutes of it compared to all the hours of matches and other videos I've watched. So hearing that just makes me want to keep going. And I enjoy making content, and I knew I was a content creator the day I started trying to make videos for Dead Rising back on the 360 days, but that's for another discussion. This intro is just more of a thank you for all the support I've been getting. So enough rambling, let's just get on with the video. Hello, what's up everyone? This is Darksynth here, and as requested, I'm going to be showing you how to make really cool fighting game thumbnails if you're a content creator like me, an up-and-coming one for that matter, or you're just trying to improve your thumbnail game. Say you're getting tired of your old, thumbnails with your just in-game screenshots with text over it. You want to make something really cool. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So as you can see, I'm not using Photoshop. I'm actually using something called Photopea, which is very similar to Photoshop. Just minus some features, but it's still really good and reliable at making really cool thumbnails. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So we're going to start with new project, and we're going to go down here to the 1280 by 720 default resolution, or the size. It says right here to YouTube thumbnail. So we're just going to click that and then click create. So from here, I will have this link in the description, but it's a link to a pack, a pack for thumbnails. It's called the Retro Gambit pack. You're going to want to go to File, Open, and then just go to wherever you put it and then open it. And this should pop up. You'll see a whole bunch of little things on the side. You'll see like effects, stock images. The more important ones here are stock images and borders. These are the ones we're going to be. So you're going to notice a default, Gambit graphics pack picture. So you're just going to click this and then hit delete, and that'll delete it. So then what we want to do is go to a stock image, and as you can tell, they're in a row. So whatever you want towards the top of the image, you're going to want to bring up here. So with that being said, we're going to click this checkbox and then, go through some of these stock images. There's a whole bunch. This is one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is down here. Because it's a gray stripe scale, you can turn it whatever color you want. So we're just actually going to go with this for today's example. So say we want to change the colors. We go down here to this little circle with the white and gray in it, and then we're going to click curves. And then on the channel part, say we want it like blue. So we're just going to take this and then crank it up. So now it's kind of bluish. So next, say we want a character from a fighting game. Since right now Street Fighter is the more popular game, we'll go and get a PNG for, let's just say Jury. Street Fighter 6, Jury PNG. That's all we're going to type, and then we're going to go to images. So say we want to add this image. Is it big enough? Let's just see. Okay, so since this is a very small image, if we go to stretch it out, you'll notice it's a bad resolution. So we want to find something that has a good resolution. Okay, so if you can't happen to find a good PNG, so here I just happened to find a good one of Street Fighter V Jury, but we want one of Street Fighter 6. So say you want to get rid of a background, you can take a good quality image, since this is a literal YouTube thumbnail size. You can just copy this image and then go to this website. I'll have posted in the description below. It's called remove.bg. It removes backgrounds and makes PNG images. So we want to get rid of the background and add Jury in. So it still has trailer in there, but we can hide that. So we click copy image and then go over here and paste it in. No. Why? Okay, that's why. Okay, so if we just upscale her and then, you know. Alright, so we're just going to go with this PNG because I can't find a good PNG of Jury. So you're just going to take this image and you'll notice it's a PNG because of the checkerboard style background. So you're just going to copy that image and then paste it. When you paste stuff into this site, you want to click here, because if you click on the image, it won't paste it. So once you do that, you're going to want to stretch the character model out, because in thumbnails, you want the character to fit as much of the screen as you can. So we want to make her look better. So what can we do? You'll notice how a lot of thumbnails have strokes or black outlines around them. So what you'll do is you'll just find the picture, either right click and then click blending options, or you can just simply double click on it. And the option that gives you the outline is the stroke. You can change the color, but the most typical color that people go with is either white or black. And then you can go ahead and add a drop shadow that makes it add more, you know, a little bit more realism. And then you can change the angle of what side it's at. You can change how far from the character it is. And then the last thing I like to do is add an inner glow. So the default color is like yellow. What I like to do is make it white, and then just come down here and adjust the spread and size just a little bit. So just enough to where you can see the white highlight on the edge of the character. You don't want it like super cranked out like that. That just doesn't look good. So you want a good, you know, a little white outline on the inside of the character. That's all you want. You don't want too much. Otherwise it just looks really tacky. So the next thing we can do is add a border. So we want to drag the border to the top above the image and the stock images, and then you're going to want to click the eye so you can activate it. Then there's 11 choices you can choose from. Some of these kind of suck. Some of them are really good. Just go through them, see what you like. The rainbow ones are really good. There's a yellow and orange one, another rainbow one, but you notice this one's thinner than this one. This one's a lot thicker. And then we got an all red, and you can change the color of these two if you want. But for now, we'll just go with like the thin rainbow one. Now, finally, we want to add text. So the thing with text in your thumbnails is you want to find a font that not really a lot of people use. So you kind of want to make it your own font. And mine is the Great Lake NF. I swear if any of you take this, I'm going to beat you up. Just kidding. But, so let's just pretend this is a jury combo guide. So we're going to spell out jury after, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the text box option. You're going to want to go down here to the T and then click it. And then you drag out a text box and then type whatever you want. But we already did that. So now we're going to take the word and stretch it out a little bit. Another thing with text is you want to make it as big as possible, because you got to remember a lot of viewers are on mobile phones. So that's why you got to make the character figures and the words big and make them pop so viewers can read them. So you want to make it decently sized. And the reason why I only made one word is because we're going to do some copy and pasting. So we're going to open the blending options like we did with the Jury PNG, and then we're going to click Gradient Overlay. So once you do that, you'll see the little gradient bar over here. Now we're going to want to change this to whatever color we want. So you'll notice there's two colors. The right color is the top, and then the left is the bottom. So one thing to keep in mind is you don't want to like have two different colors, say like red, and then make this the bottom orange, because that just looks like crap. You want to keep the same color, just drag it down and make it a little darker. That's all you want to do. That makes the text look really good, and it makes it pop. So once you do that, here is this. Okay, so this is all the way up. Maybe we can make this even darker, just a little bit. Okay, so then we're going to click OK. And another thing, you want to add strokes, or the black outlines, to words to make them, you know, so you can read them better. And then the next thing is inner glow. Just like the characters, I like to add inner glow to my text. You can go white if you want. What I like to do is go the same color. That way it makes the, you know, the word pop out more with that specific color. And then you can adjust the spread and the size. Again, I don't like to make it like, because if you just make it like that, it's going to make it one solid color. But yeah, you don't want to make it one like super solid like that. You want to just make the outline highlighted. Okay, so I lied. We're not going to copy and paste the word. We're going to create a new one, because the next two words are going to be the same color. So we'll just copy and paste those. So we'll just type in combo, because this is going to say Jury Combo Guide. So what I like to do is I like to say we're doing a combo guide for a character. I'll make the main character's name one color, and then I'll make like the words combo and then guide the same color. So same thing, gradient overlay. It'll save the last gradient that you used for the previous word, so that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and change this to white. And then, like the same thing with the red, we're just going to drag it down and make it a little darker into the grays. And then click OK. And now we're going to add a stroke. And then, same thing, inner glow, but we're changing it to white. So with the inner glow, you just want to make it the same color. And it saves the settings, so it's perfectly outlined how I want it. And then with words, you can add drop shadows too. I forgot to do that. Having drop shadows on your text really makes it pop. So definitely recommend having drop shadows. And then we can just take combo, copy, and then paste, and drag it down, and then just double click and change it to guide. So you notice guide is under combo. How did that happen? Okay, that's how. Okay, we had a mishap. That's all right. You want to make them all fit on the screen too. So if you have to shrink some words, go for it. Make this go above. So yeah, there we go. Now we have a Jury Combo Guide thumbnail. So one thing we can do is, if we want to make Jury more saturated and more colorful, you want to click on her, or go over here and click on the you know, the image or whatever. whatever these are called, the panel, and then go up here to image adjustments, and then go to vibrance. And then here you can adjust how vibrant she is. I like to crank this up quite a bit. And then just the saturation a little bit. You don't want to make her too saturated. But yeah, don't be afraid to bump the vibrance super up. But yeah, that's like really the basic foundation of how to make a really neat thumbnail. Again, everything from the background remover to the graphics pack for this I will have in the description below, so feel free to use those. And one more thing, if you want to add like a Street Fighter logo, which is something I like to do, you just type in Street Fighter 6 logo, PNG. Don't forget the PNG because you want it without a background. So then we just click here and then paste it. And what we want to do is make it below all these other images, so like the text and below jury, and then I'm gonna shrink a little bit. We don't want it too big. And then what we can do is up here you'll see opacity, so then we can turn this down and make it transparent, so then you'll notice, hey, okay, it's a Street Fighter logo in the background. But yeah, that's really how to make a super basic but really good looking thumbnail. If this video was at all helpful for you up and coming content creators or just content creators that want to upgrade your thumbnail game, let me know in the comments below if this helped you and if you know, this is something you're gonna start doing. But yeah, that's it. This is Darkson signing out, and enjoy your content creation. Take care.